Imagine this. It's the end of the year, December is here, and something inside you is whispering that your life can shift at any moment. God is the only person in this world who can truly shift your life. You have probably tried yourself many times before and failed. You look everywhere for solutions, but none seem to work. That's because God was waiting for you to finally come to Him for help. Many people pray to God for gifts, but don't truly strive to become better people in the process. I want you to hear me clearly today. If you choose to get closer to God this month, every single prayer you've been carrying, the ones you barely tell anyone about, they are going to come true. Not maybe, not hopefully. They're going to happen. Now, before you think that sounds too good to be true, let me walk you through something. A lot of us want blessings, but we don't always work on the connection that brings them in. Imagine having a phone with the best apps, the best features, the best potential, but no connection. It doesn't matter how powerful the phone is if it can't receive anything. Getting closer to God is you reconnecting your signal. It's you saying, "All right, I'm ready, send it through." I want you to think back to a moment in your life when something worked out so perfectly you couldn't explain it. Maybe it was small, maybe it was life-changing, but there was that little spark of, wow, that wasn't just luck. A lot of people forget those moments. But those moments are reminders that God listens, and when you align with Him, doors open in ways you didn't even know were possible. So the real question is, how do you get close enough to God that your prayers don't just float around, but actually land, take root, and show up in your life this December? It's simpler than most people think. Let me start with the most powerful step: honesty. Real honesty. The kind you don't perform for others, the kind you don't filter, the kind you don't rehearse. Sit with God the same way you'd sit with someone you trust completely. Tell Him what scares you. Tell Him what hurts. Tell Him what you need. Tell Him what you're ashamed of. Tell Him what you want, but feel unworthy to ask for. When you talk to God like that, you stop pretending and start connecting. And when you connect, things move. Another way you get closer to God is through gratitude. I know it sounds cliché, but it's actually one of the fastest ways to shift your entire life. When you start thanking God for things that already exist, your mind and spirit open up to receive more. Wake up tomorrow, sit on the edge of your bed, and just say, "Thank you for today. Thank you for the strength to get through everything I've been carrying. Thank you for what's coming next." That single habit builds faith without forcing it. Now let me tell you something that changed my life and the lives of a lot of people who try it. When you're praying for something, act like it's already on the way. Walk like it. Think like it. Make decisions like someone whose blessing is already packaged with their name on it. When you move like that, you're not begging God anymore. You're partnering with Him. And that's when things shift fast. Think of it like planting a seed. If you plant it and then dig it up every 2 minutes to see if it's growing, it never roots. But if you water it, you give it sunlight, you nurture it, you trust the process, that seed becomes something real. Your prayers work the same way. You don't need to stress over them. You just need faith plus action, and December will show you results. But here's the part most people miss. Getting closer to God isn't about being perfect. It's not about never messing up. It's not about pretending you're some kind of holy superhero. It's about showing up as you are, consistently. Small steps. 5 minutes of prayer. 5 minutes of reflection. A quick moment in your day where you pause, look up and say, "I'm here. I'm trying. Guide me." Let me share a quick example. Not too long ago, someone told me they were at one of the lowest points of their life. Nothing was working, everything felt heavy, and they were starting to lose hope. I told them something simple: talk to God every day for 7 days. No pressure, no perfection, just talk. They did it. And not only did one blessing show up, but 3 things they had been praying for hit them in the same week. These weren't coincidences. They were confirmations. And I want that for you. Not eventually, not sometime next year, this month. As you get closer to God, something else happens too. Your mind starts clearing. Your energy shifts. You begin releasing the people and habits that drain you. You start feeling more guided, more steady, more confident. You make choices that protect your future instead of sabotaging it. And all of that makes your prayers even easier to fulfill because you're lined up with the version of yourself that can actually handle the blessing. This December holds a lot of power. There's something about endings and beginnings that makes prayers stronger. You're stepping into a moment where God meets your effort with acceleration, but you have to take the first step. So here's what I want you to do tonight or tomorrow morning. Take 3 minutes and ask God for exactly what you want. Don't water it down. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't shrink it. Say it clearly. Then say, "Help me get closer to you so you can bring this into my life." That simple request aligns your heart with His direction. After that, carry yourself like someone who is being guided. You don't need to rush. You don't need to compare. You don't need to force anything. Just show up with intention. Show up with faith. Show up with honesty. And watch what December does for you. Your blessing is already real. Your prayer is already accepted. Your path is already opening. Getting closer to God is just you stepping into the version of yourself that's finally ready to receive it. And once you do, this December will not be ordinary. It will be the month everything starts shifting in your favor.